not this week. I think Kobe gonna wear his own number this week. Hopefully.
What did you kind of see on that play?
They had I think they was in a bunch, so they had three receivers, and we were in a zone coverage, cover three. So my job is to play the flat and try to help on any birds. So they threw what we like to call eye candy into the flat. I think it was a tight end, and then really what they want to do with that is they want the safety who was me to bite on the flat, so they can throw it over my head. So knowing that, I just kind of played the route, tried to bait him into it, and hopefully he didn't see me, which I don't think he did, which is why he threw it. So and then when I saw the ball in the air, I was surprised, but I had to try to go high point and get it. And luckily, I came down with it. So yeah, I mean it was a good play call by Coach Knowles. Them going 3-by-1 in that on that play. So I just had to try to go make the play, and I did that. So.
So is that a decision you have to make in terms of the flat or the?
Yeah, you kind of got to read the quarterback, because he can obviously check down to that flat route, and I have to come up and make a tackle. But that'll only be like 3 yards. So we rather come up and make a tackle for 3 yards than let them complete a 17, 15-yard corner. So you rather play the high route. So it's kind of something that I got to go through my progressions when I'm dropping into my zone. And I saw the quarterback, looking up, and obviously in the situation they had to get more yards, so I knew they were gonna try to throw it down the field. So I just kind of tried to bait him into it, and I got him to throw it. So it was a good play.
You and Jason both used the term "bait him into it." How experienced do you have to be? I imagine as a freshman you weren't baiting anybody into anything. How does your experience kind of help with that?
It helps a lot because when you first come in, you're just trying to make sure you're doing your job. If they tell you play man, okay, I got this guy man. They tell you, hey, this is your zone. You're just like, okay, I'm in my zone. And then as you start playing more games and you start learning football, you start learning concepts and situational awareness with where they want to go with the football. Like it was late in the game, they had to score, so they were gonna try to push the ball down the field. So just having that experience and knowing that, I knew they were gonna throw a 3-yard out route to a tight end, in that situation. So being here for my fourth year, playing for my fourth year, that obviously play into that well. And I think every young guy that comes in is gonna have that learning process, and that's why you see guys, come in playing good, but then they leave, great players, possible NFL guys. So and I think that's what experience is gonna take you to that next level and allow you to make plays that'll get you to the next level. So yeah.
Do you think there was a certain moment where you had maybe kind of a turning point where it transitioned from just doing your job, like you said, into really thinking ahead and baiting people into things at all?
Yeah, and that also, like I said, comes with experience. But I think you gotta have some like adversity. Like when I first kind of got here, like I said, I was just doing my job. But sometimes you get beat, and sometimes maybe somebody may score on you, or you may mess up your job. But when that happens, you kind of have like a learning process. Like if I get beat for a touchdown, I'm thinking like I never want that to happen again. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, what can I work on, what can I do to make sure that doesn't happen again. So you kind of have some adversity, in order to kind of gain that experience as well. So I think early adversity, for guys like me, guys like Jard, Kobe, even Jason, just early adversity allows us to play, how I think our back end and our defense is playing right now. Having Knowles here for I think his fourth year too. So that early adversity we had when kind of Knowles was first year and all of us were first year, and now how we're looking plays a lot into how we look at the defense now.
I think I heard Colby recently describe Jim Knowles as a mad scientist or evil genius or something.
Yeah.
How would you describe Coach Knowles?
I think once I describe him as he's just a character, like he's like a cartoon character. Like Coach Knowles has, I ain't gonna say he bipolar, but he could be the chillest guy ever, and then just turn up out of nowhere, and he's screaming, his eyes popping out of his head, and then just like that, he can go right back to, okay, Tanner, you just gotta make sure he could just flip back and forth. So, but we all, when he first got here, we were all like, he was breaking clipboards on the sideline, spazzing out, and now he's in the box, so we don't gotta kind of deal with that game day. So I can only imagine how he's up there sometimes, but. When he first got here, we didn't really know, how to respond to it. But now he'll yell and we just, look him in his eye, yes sir, because we know he's just doing it because he wants us to learn to play, and he wants it to us to perfect it. And I think we are doing a good job at trying to perfect what he wants to do. And like Kobe said, he is a defensive scientist. He knows what he's doing. So we trust him, and we try to go out there and play hard for him. And I think that's what we're doing.
From that time, how has it been to grow with him each season?
Oh, it's been good. It's been fun, honestly. You know, when I first came in, I was a corner and I had to transition to safety, so everything was a learning period for me, and I'm sure all the guys that came in with him, and just being able to have him through our whole time here has helped. We've been able to learn what he wants to do as a defense, and find our spot in his defense to try to play for him. Some schools they bring in a new DC or something every year, and you just gotta try to learn a new system. But having Coach Knowles for my whole time here, I think has allowed me to become a better player, and I'm starting to make some good plays, and hopefully as the rest of the season goes on, us and our defense can keep playing how we playing and getting that Big 12 championship like we all want to.
So are you surprised when he shows up in a post game and looks like a college professor instead of the guy breaking clipboards?
Nah, I'm not surprised at all. Coach Knowles from Philly, I know that. So I don't know how they roll up there. I don't even know if I've been there. But Coach Knowles, I mean, he pulls up after the game with his cigars, and Coach Knowles just Coach Knowles. So at this point, we all used to him, and we love him, and he, like I said, he a character. So we all just feed off of his energy and play for him.
So that loud side of him, that mostly shows up kind of on the sideline, or can it show up in meetings or practices?
Now it shows up in practice. When we first got here, he was on the sideline, and now he's in the box, so he can see everything. But now in practice, I mean, I don't know if you guys be at practice, but he, when we were learning the plays throughout the week, game planning for the other team, obviously you're gonna have mistakes, and when you have those mistakes, you'll hear him turn up, and he'll get going. But by the end of the week, we normally have it figured out, and we go out there and play on Saturday. But Saturdays he's honestly relaxed now. He just wants us to go out there and have fun because all the hard work already been done Monday through Friday. So Saturday is time to play. So yeah.
With him being in the box, are you ever nervous to go in and see him at halftime? Is it because you don't know which one you're gonna get?
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Lately, our defense has been playing pretty good. So normally when he comes in, he's excited. Like, let's keep it going. Let's finish him off second half. And now I will say, when I first got here, we would have some iffy first halves, and he'd come in, like I said, breaking clipboards and all that. So that I haven't seen that side of him this year. I'm glad I get to say that. So hopefully, that side doesn't come out no time soon. But yeah.
Tanner, it's been a long time since he's been a head coach and coached at Cornell way before you suited it up and whatnot. But do you see him more than a defensive coordinator? Do you see him as a head coach?
Yeah, honestly, for me being a defensive player, yeah, I think he has that head coach I guess persona to me, just because I listen to him. He's the one who calls the plays. He's the one who makes sure we're in the right spot. So for me, as a player, I have a lot of respect for him, and I kind of just want to make sure that I'm doing my job on his defense, because I know if all 11 guys are doing their job, the play's gonna work. Our defense is gonna fit, and I think that everybody that plays defense for us right now, they all have that mindset. Like, if I just do my job, and I know my brother over here, he's gonna do his job, then there's no way there's an offense, in the Big 12 or in the country that can, consistently mess with us on defense.
So going off of that, when you see him coaching, does it come off as a DC, or do you see more out of him?
I mean, I see more, but like I said before, he's a defensive scientist. So as a DC, I see him as a DC because his job is to scheme up offenses and make plays to beat offenses. So I see him as a DC, but at the same time, with our relationship, him being here 4 years, I see him as a head coach, and just kind of somebody that you can talk to outside of football and also inside of football, obviously. So
On a different coach, what do you think when Mike dances in the locker room?
Man, honestly, I don't know how old he is, but he's been doing that one little dance for a while, and his knees look pretty sturdy. So I'm surprised. I hope my knees like that when I'm his age. But I like how he's excited for us winning games and being successful this year. So I think obviously it gets the whole team hyped up, and we all enjoy it. Just having Coach Gundy, doing his little. I don't know if that's how they used to dance back in the day. I don't know. I've never seen that, but he do it, and so we all get hyped, and we all back there jumping up and down, hyping him up. So, but yeah, I don't know how his knees still holding up like that, to be honest.
Does he dance other times besides just the locker room post game?
Yeah, I would. Sometimes he come up here before, because we have team meetings before practice, and we'll have the music blasting, and he'll come up here and he'll dance sometimes when he's trying to get us excited for practice and stuff like that. So yeah, he has his times, but obviously everybody gonna see it after big wins like last week. So yeah.
How does his music style compare to yours?
Man, different. I think I don't even know the genre. I don't know if it's rock or he more like up tempo type of music, and obviously we listen to like hip hop and rap and stuff like that when we come in here. But and he does his same dance even to our genre of music. So sometimes it's off beat, but we go with it. So but yeah.
Do you think he could name a rapper or a couple rappers?
He probably could. I mean, he try to listen to Kobe make music, so sometimes he'll come up here and tell Kobe to put some of his music on, and he'll listen. He'll try to listen and see what Kobe talking about in his music. So that's pretty cool for him.
Iowa State, they've got a lot of the same players that they've had the last couple of years. Do you see any differences in what they bring this year?
It's really they have the same type of scheme. I mean, obviously I can only talk about their offense, but they got a great running back, Brees Hall. They got a playmaking quarterback, and I can't think of his name right now, but their quarterback, he obviously knows how to make plays with the ball. So we just kind of, and they got a good tight end too, Kolar. So we just kind of Coach Knowles, trust Coach Knowles again. I mean, he's gonna make a good plan for us. We worked on it today, so he got a good plan for us, and I think we'll be fine out there. We just gotta contain their playmakers. They're a good football team. We're a good football team. So we just gotta go out there and compete and see what happens.
For you personally, what does your process look like kind of after you faced that early adversity that you talked about? Was it studying a lot of film on your own, or what were some of the things you did to get to the point you're at now?
Right. It had a mixture of a lot of things. Obviously, film was a big thing. Coming out of high school, I don't know too many high school kids that really know how to watch film. So that was kind of my problem when I first got here playing early. I was watching the film, but I didn't really know what to look for. So that played a big part in it. So now when I watch film, I'm looking for certain things that's gonna help me read plays on the field. So and that, like I said, that just gotta come with experience. And also I had older guys, AJ Green, Rodarius Williams. I had guys in the corner room and the safety room to kind of help me do that. And AJ Green and Rodarius Williams, my sophomore year, kind of took me in. When they would go watch film, I'd go with them. So I see what are y'all looking for.